Well, we're going to do a push rod today, and the formers for the turtle deck and nose block, and see if we can get them on. But I have to do this push rod a little different. I'm going to do it, put it on and take it off so that it's absolutely perfect. So put it on, cut it, glue it, let it dry, then do the top block. So stick it through here. I'm gonna have to cut it, it looks like. Huh. This thing don't look right. It don't look right. Progress has been pretty good on this airplane. I mean, I think it's about a month old now. Hey, Steve. Yeah, John has taken his last flight. Why is that? Uh-huh. I see. How did I miss that? Okay. What I'm doing now is I'm tightening up the hind joint. I thought I've had it tight when I put it in there, but I didn't. Come on now. There we go. Get out there. Always a problem. There we go. Okay, now push rod. Let me bring you in a little closer here. Everything's a hassle. There we are. Might have to turn it up on its nose. See what I'm doing. Yeah. Come on, get in there. The bad thing is I got to do this twice. There we go. Yeah, I think these aluminum ball links are going to be the way to go. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to take the elevators and stake them in neutral, pin the flaps in neutral, and make up the other end of the push rod. When I get that done, we'll take and set this aside and work on the top block. Because it'll be some time before it's dry. Dry enough to, or cured or whatever, which epoxy doesn't dry, it just hardens. Okay. So now I need a couple of sticks. I need to cut up my 3/16 shit wood. We got some shit wood here. Let's see here. A couple clamps. Yeah. Barb said they're going to have some type of celebration of life. You know, not going to have a funeral. And I hope she has it when I can make it, because if she had it this weekend or next weekend, there'd be no way. All right. That's level. Now we need to somehow block the flaps level. I suppose I could do the same thing. Just need longer pieces. Okay. I happen to be, I didn't happen to be, I went through the memorial page on Stunhanger. It's amazing how many guys that I knew are gone. It's terrible. That's what I figured was going to happen. Snap, snap. How am I going to do this? There we go. So if I put a clamp on that, okay, get a clamp. There. Okay, look at this. I think I'll cut a couple pieces here too. Just cut this in half. There we go. Clamp that there. Take whatever time you need to get these controls right, because that will definitely help the airplane fly correctly. Your control surfaces should be floppers. They should just flop. Okay, we're all set there. Look on the other side. Make sure that's correct. That's down. That is down. That's up. That's pretty good there. Might have to tweak that flap a little bit. Elevator. That's correct. That's loose, so that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to cut back this push rod by an inch or so because we're going to have to fish a rod in there. So we need this. God darn it. Yeah, not good. There. Now, do you guys notice that inside my fuselage, inside, is superfill? It doesn't weigh much, and it adds a tremendous amount of strength. So, in this wing, there's a joining spar and a regular spar. So this is not a compression spar wing, but I have this piece of plywood up here holding the bell crank between the fuselage sides, and this is all superfill inside here. Then it gets it outside. It becomes basically one piece. The motor mount is epoxied on top to the wing, along with the sides epoxied, and then it's superfilled in behind, top and bottom. You know, you just want to fill all that up with superfill so that there's no air gaps or whatever, and that'll lock up the fuselage to the wing. So what that does is it transfers the vibration from the engine crutch to the wing, spreading it out so you have a good engine run. But hell, what do I know? Now, where is my cutoff wheel? There it is. Okay. I just cut an inch off of there, so I got a little more rod sticking out that I can adjust with. All right, now I'll get my rods. Come on, give me some damn room. This would probably work, but I'd feel a little better with a little more sticking in there. So we'll just cut one 1/2 inch longer. You know what? It'll be fine. I'll just use this one. Give me a little more. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Now mix up some JB Weld. Mix up some JB Weld. Gonna have to do a bottom block here shortly too. I guess I could get that taken care of today. Okay. We got that. We need a stick. Something to mix it on. My AMA magazine. Yep, I'm bummed out. Let's see here. We need to mark this. Okay, that's set. Now I need a bolt. A bolt right here. Okay. Now, as I stated, I'm going to glue this, and after the glue dries, I got to take it off and turn it around. Because this side has the jam nut on it. And I want to be able to adjust it after, in case I need to, lengthen or shorten the push rod. So that the loose one has to be at this end so I can have access to it, because I certainly don't want to cut a hole up here to fix it. And I got to wrap the ends too, so. So this will be a one-day project, actually. actually. Okay. And I'm not going to be able to pack it in there the way I normally do, so pay attention to how that's done. We still need to cut notches in this. Now on this rod right here, I cut notches into it, but you know what? I may not have to. Well, I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Because we got threads on one end. And we'll go up another 3/4 of an inch with some notches. So I have threads and notches on that. We certainly don't want it to pull out. So slather it on the push rod here. Try to get that tube filled up. I think we'll make one more run at it. One more packing. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Yeah, thanks, Terry. You know, when my mom died, my dad died, and my friends, I'm becoming pretty immune to death. Sad to say, but okay, that'll work. Okay, so we got to make sure these are 0 here, level. Those are level. Let's smear a little bit more on the end here. We can always clean it up after I take it off. Can everybody see that okay, what I did? Let me look here, see if we can zoom in a little bit. I'm sorry to hear about that, Terry. But unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Let's see. Can you everybody see what I did there? Now we're gonna go and work on something else here. We're gonna do the top blocks and then maybe get to the bottom block today. So that's a half an hour to get the push rod in. Well, let's see. What do I want to do with this? I'm going to need it for marking the bulkhead locations. And I also need to get a bulkhead in here. But I can't do that until I see the throw on this. Yeah. Let me get a drink of water and think about this for a minute. How I'm going to attack this. Of course, these bolts will have aircraft nuts on them on this side. I think I'm going to change this one out to the blue one too because it's smaller and it feels more free. I also need to turn them over. They're on wrong. Let's see. No, they're on right. Can't come out. I have to think. I'll have to think to see how it comes apart. I'm having a hard time even thinking now. Okay, let's mark this out for bulkheads. So we need a pen. This pen probably don't work. Of course. Why is it I can't find a pen to write on balsa wood? There we go. Nope. I hate to use a felt tip. I wonder if this stud liner will work on balsa. Yep. Okay. Sharpen it up. My X-Acto pencil sharpener. I was looking for an old school crank sharpener when I was looking for a pencil sharpener. They don't even make that no more. The tape dispenser I got looks like the old tape dispensers, but it ain't. Let's see here. We want one right here. Right here. To walk around to the other side. Come on. Also need to put something in there. Yeah. Dan just texted me. Come on. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it was Dan just telling me that John's gone from this life out of pain. Yep. Yep. Now what I'm doing here is pretty important for a rigid fuselage. Because right now this thing is real floppy. But if you do it right, it becomes like an egg, monocoque. I think I'm going to run a long one up top here too, so somebody can't put their thumb through my nose. Morning, buddy. Marcel, the gang. Okay, so now we got those marked. We got the pushing rod drying or curing or whatever you want to say. Now let's try to get the see if my bulkheads actually line up and will work. If not, then I got to hand sand them. I got to have a knife though to get it out of there. I don't see it. There's one. Okay, this is that one. It goes on like so. That's good. Good so far. Let's see if it fits here. Tack it in, see if it's gonna work. Perfect. Perfect. However, we got a little bit. Well, I know what to do with that. Okay, let's try the next one. Perfect. There it is. So this is front. Thumb is going to be front. Perfect. That is good. Okay, now I don't have any. Well, I do. I do have a way to do the front ones. Doesn't look like I'm going to get one here. Of course, I could make one, put it in, and then clearance it for. Yeah, let's do that. I'll clearance it for the pushing rod. And I've already taken them up, so I need one 2 inches tall. What we got here? Piece of 8. That's good. Use this. Perfect. So what I've done is when I make this mold book, I put the slot in it for the bulkhead. Okay, now let's sand it up. Yeah, better pray for Barb. She's pretty tore up. Okay, we need another sanding block. Sandpaper. It's 320. Okay, so this bulkhead that I just sanded out of here is a perfect, it will fit perfectly. It's an absolute perfect representation. It's kind of like building a lost foam wing of the mold here, the molded piece. So we'll pick it out of there. Come on. I know damn well I ain't got no glue on it. Yeah, shit. If I can pick it out. Try a screwdriver. A little. Everything is such a pain in the ass. A little bit of booger on there. There it is. Make sure you orient it right. Okay, this is the front, and it will fit absolutely perfect where it belongs. Let's see. I have it marked. I don't. Shoot. I've got to mark it. This is F. Goes on. Yes, this is F. mark it here. It goes right there, right there, there. Right there. So F to front. Let's do this. Go here. Zoom in. That ain't no good. So this piece will fit perfectly right there. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let me show you this. Yep, keeping busy. Okay, these fit perfect. So now, well, let's do the nose blocks. Let me sand this before I get too crazy. Get sanded up. I don't want to sand it on the airplane. I kind of missed with that one. Shit. It won't matter because it's not going to attach to anything. We need to open that up anyway. I missed by a 32nd of an inch on placement. It'll be fine. Could have been better though. Oh, let me check the width on it. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Let me get a sanding bar here. Let's see here. And we'll go back a little bit more. I need to add 16th piece there. No big deal. Okay, let's make up the nose bulkheads. Okay, nose block. Now you notice I don't have any slots cut in this thing. Well, we're just going to cut some. Now for you CAD users, you could CAD all this out, but I ain't that good. My CAD is cardboard aided design. You know, this Steadliner actually works pretty damn good. What happened there? That's there. Oh, that's why. Put it on the wrong mark. That would have been a disaster. I don't need no disasters. Yeah, that's right. It's a little. No, we want to go. Yeah, we want to go straight across from here. Or is it the other way around? Yeah, it'll be close enough. So now I'm gonna take my favorite tool, the Irwin back saw, and slice that up. Put a slice in it and make a couple of bulkheads. If you ain't got one of these Irwin back saws, you better get one, because it's about 100 times better. No, it's not even. It's 1,000 times better than them hokey saws that they sell, Exacto and Zona. But you do have to be careful because they sell two different kinds: a big thick blade and a real fine blade like that. And you definitely want the fine blade. I think The Zona saw is cut on the forward. It doesn't cut on the pull. This is a true pull saw. Big difference. So I cut my first notch already. Let's go forward of this line because it don't matter either. Okay. And you just pick it out. So we got 2 slots for wood. We'll cut that, sand it in there. We're done, or glue it in. Could have done a better job getting it closer, but it'll be fine. More 3/16 than 8. It'll work. It'll work. Do this. Be careful because it's real sharp. Now, I will say that the Zona saw cuts a finer slot. I use my Zona saw to cut the slice in the fuselage to separate it because it's razor thin. But it's a bitch cutting. Yeah, this saw is real thin, finer cut, but cuts nowhere near as good as this. Okay, so now put it down a little bit. It'll be fine. The guy who originated that saying is dead too. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, therapy. I also need to make one on the nose ring. But I might as well get all this shit fitted while this push rod is drying. Man, I could have done a better job cutting that slot. Okay. Okay, we want F. I'll put my thumb on the front. Thumb to the front. And this goes right there. Right there. Come on, you. Crooked. Right there. Don't move. Right now is when I wish I had 3 hands. This one here is kind of important because it seals off the engine bay. So we got to make sure it fits right. Okay, let's see what it looks like here. Okay, that goes like so. Ooh, that made it fit perfect. Now, if it closes, seals the engine bay, we're in business. We don't care about this one. It fits so much. Of course. Oh yeah, it'll be fine, I think. Let me tape it on there and see. That ain't enough tape. Perfect. Perfect. I better check the flaps again, make sure they didn't move when I did that. We got a little adjustment. I just don't want to monkey with it. I put a couple of clamps on that side so it equals out the weight. There we go. There it is. Well, these videos here, like I'm doing here, these little tinkering videos, shows you exactly how much time it takes to do this shit. Okay, this one's not going to clear the push rod, so we're going to have to relieve it. But we need to make another bulkhead for here. So, which is a bummer because it's a loose fit. Could get a piece of 16th to shove in there, I guess. Let's do that. It'll go a lot faster if I do that. And we're not going to use this piece, but it'll help hold the other piece in where it belongs. And clean out the bottom here. Okay. Perfect. Now the knife. This airplane's the backup pickup. I had to do one like that. Some of you guys maybe remember that from the day. Lions drag strip, the backup pickup, little red wagon, Hearst Harry Oldsmobile, Hemi under glass, the Hawaiian, such a much of our Anglia. That's going way back. Yeah, I was an avid follower of drag racing. I can remember listening to the cars at Irwindale Raceway because we didn't live too far from them on Friday and Saturday nights when Top Fuel wasn't even in the sixes yet. It was about 750s, I think. Stock cars were 11 seconds. Pro stock was 11 seconds. Now it's 6 seconds. I remember seeing Garlitz in his original Swamp Rat, not the rear engine one, the one that weren't very fast, picked in today's standards. And I used to think to myself, will they ever break 200? Shit, they're going towards 400 now. 350s and up. They ever going to break 7 seconds? Then boom, 6 seconds, then 5 seconds. Of course, they've shortened the track since Coletta's death. From 1,440 feet to 1,000 foot. So, but them cars are still rocketing right along. I foresee them cutting the track down to 8th mile. I had a sand dragster, 3-wheeler. It a Kawasaki H2 engine in it, 3 expansion chambers, paddle tires, and 100 yards, or I think it was 100 yards. That's 300 feet. I think I was like 2.93 seconds in 300 feet. No, that ain't right either. The Porsche had 202. So I was in the three seconds. Shit, them cars are even faster than that now. We ran them at Glamis, we ran them in Yuma. Days gone by. Okay, front is my thumb. Front is my thumb. Okay. Of course, when I go to glue, the glue bottle's blocked. We'll get a weight on this top block too. Right? Whatever it is, you're not going to be able to carve it for what this is. This is an 1/8 inch thick, double layer. There's no way I could carve it this light. I bet it's probably 1.5 ounces down. Ounce and 3/4 maybe. Now, most important part is to brace this up because ham-fisted helpers will put their thumb right through it. So we'll take this piece of wood here. Let's measure it. See how deep it is. It's 11/16. It's 15, 14, 13/16. 13/16 and 3/4. So we'll cut it 13/16 and sand the shape. 13/16. Where's my? Let's see, we got 3/4, 13. Okay, we're gonna just sand it anyway. Cut this off. Yeah, we still got level. Yeah. Yeah, that shit ain't dry yet. Okay, now for the nose piece here. Shit, I could have made it a little bit bigger. Probably on the edge of 13/16. So let's crank her open some more. That's plenty. Perfect. Okay, let me get this sanded up. Cut this a little long. So we want this. Let's do it this way. That's absolutely perfect that way. So we want a little angle of the dangle because I didn't get it in quite square. That one's square though. So, like that. Cut it there. Okay, where's the glue? There it is. If Jeff can't find the vendor for him, he's not logged in. Ah, burn. Okay, so now we need to make that perfect flat across there. So take the sanding paper. It's down towards the bottom of the page when you're logged in. You got to be logged in. Okay, so now we need to open that up. Might as well make this, it's starting to pick up weight. I can feel it. Picking up weight. It wasn't bad before all this bulkheads and glue and stuff in it. Let's see what it weighs. I don't know. I guess maybe it's not too bad. Let's see if it fits first. Does not. So I got to sand that some more. A little bit more. What's my motto? If it ain't touching something, you don't need it. If it ain't glued to something, you don't need it. Still up. What the hell's going on here? There it is. Okay, this piece here glues to the crutch. This is at the back of the crutch, that's at the front of the crutch. So that will keep some knucklehead from grabbing my airplane and putting their thumb through my nose. Yeah. No, wrong camera. And we're putting in these bulkheads here. This piece here glues to the top of the crutch up here. And then these bulkheads here, they glue to the top of the crutch, and these back here match the formers in the back. And that will make that super strong. And not allow somebody to stick their thumb through my nose, through the airplane. Which has happened to me before. So that fits perfect. I mean, I can't ask for better than that. Now the only thing is we're going to have to wait until this JB weld dries. That I can take this push rod off and flip it around. Got to go end for end. And the only reason why I did it this way is because there ain't no way I could get in there to glue it in the back. I'm going to change out this ball link to a blue one. So we did an hour and 35 minutes. I think I'm going to end the program, go get me a sandwich. 12 o'clock. I'll be back later on this evening or whenever, maybe before, as soon as this JB weld dries, to glue the top block on. And then we'll mold the bottom, and shit, this thing's done. I'd say 2 weeks I could have it done. Flyable in 2 weeks. Maybe faster if I worked on it. I haven't been working on it much off camera. I've been doing it strictly on camera. Another thing, I never glue in my elevators until after the fuselage is done, because when you pull that all together, it'll kind of twist the fuselage. You want this parallel with the wing. Pretty important. Yeah. Alrighty, appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Super chat when you can, because we're really down. I only had one this month. That is since the world. That's not good. All right. Now we got 20 watchers. I guess I've been on too long. Go back, rewind the program and see what I did, because I'm going to go get a sandwich. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.